Happy Friday to you. Buffalo, New York, you look something like this. Sunshine, but we are expecting a low and a cold front to move through, so we are looking at the potential for scattered showers and thunderstorms. Sarasota, Florida, well, this is what you look like for now, but that webcam is going to be a lot more on the rainy side by the time we get you into the weekend and into next week. We're tracking two areas of interest, and both are tropical in nature. Really, whether they get named or not is irrelevant. We're still going to be talking about heavy rain. Snow over the next 7 days for the west at 5,000 feet. So remember, like a week ago, we were talking about snow above 6,000 and 7,000 feet. A little different this time. It's going to be at about 5,000 feet. Heavy rain for East Florida will be the big story. And of course, those colors are changing. You can see on the background of that graphic. So that's good news. Fall is here. Bring out the sweaters for the east and bring out the winter jackets if you live in the Pacific Northwest. Not so much the Cascades to start the week, but later next week, we could be seeing mountain snows in the Olympic Mountains and the Cascades. We're really talking about the northern Rockies. Also watching some rain in the desert Southwest. The Texas rain event is really coming to an end. You did see upwards to 8 inches of rain, but that's all done, which is good. We could still see some more today, but then it should be pretty well wrapped up. And along this boundary where we're starting to see cold air move through the west with that mountain snow, by the time we're into next week, we're going to see a pretty potent temperature gradient here. So warm air starts to set up, even though it's cool this weekend. Warm air by next week, and then cold air trying to dig in there and create some thunderstorms. So flood warnings down in Texas for now, but you can see all those flood watches, those flash flood watches have been lifted. And you can see the bulk of the state might maybe squeak out another inch of rain, but the majority of it is done. Okay, your temperatures are going to feel a lot cooler than, say, they did this time last week. We're looking at about 66 for you in Chicago, 66 for Boston. That's about like 30 degrees almost cooler than where you were earlier in the week. Seattle in the 60s, so a lot of people getting a taste of fall. But then by the time we're into next week, you can see St. Louis at 77. Plenty of warm air on the way. In fact, we might even squeak out a 90 in Toledo or Detroit or Cincinnati by midweek next week. So good news. And there's that sign of that warm air. So now we're Sunday, and then even more by early to midweek. However, it's like a give and take, right? If we're getting warm here, we're getting cold out in the west because we've got a ridge here setting up. Trough in the west means active weather, means snow, as I mentioned, at pass level. Montana, Utah, Colorado, Rockies are getting the snow. Anywhere along I-90, I-80, I-70, we're going to have to watch, especially at mountain pass level. Okay, let's take a look at this potent fall low. So with the rain on the west coast means a low developing east of the Rockies brings in that snow. So here's Saturday. You can see it's kind of a Wyoming story. The snow in the blue sets up for Idaho by Sunday, and then it just keeps pushing further east every day of the week. And that's really we're going to be watching, say, by Tuesday for severe weather. We'll keep you posted.